Allison, tell your story to the world because it's a very harrowing story and how you've turned tragedy to triumph with God's grace.
How we're in the process of turning tragedy. It's funny because a lot of times when people, it's what encouraged me to start sharing my story online was the fact that people don't usually share their story until they come out on the other side. And so sharing my story as I'm still sort of in the thick of it has been surprisingly just very well received. A lot of people have really, they just can relate to it so much. I think that part of the problem with social media is everyone looks so put together and no one wants to share their story and no one wants to share the messy parts because everything looks so put together, but in all honesty, none of us have it together. My husband left me and my little ones last year, and we were left with an eviction notice and $16 in our joint account and like in our family account. And so we had nowhere to go. There's not really much set in place for people in that situation. I wasn't escaping abuse. I wasn't, I wasn't being hurt, but I was left with nothing and three kids. And I homeschool and I'm a stay at home mom and gave up my career years ago to be a homeschool mom. So we were left kind of with absolutely no income. And we had amazing friends down in Texas that offers, I'm from Maryland, and I had amazing friends down in Texas that offered us a place to crash. And I slept on a floor for 9 months. We had nothing. And God has just continued to provide every single step of the way. And my relationship with God has only gotten stronger because it's just, you say you trust in God, you say you're going to lean on God, but when it's put to the test, are you going to say, God, why me? Or I think that's most people's immediate reaction. And having that attitude of gratitude, like, okay, I'm so grateful that I have my children with me. We have food in our bellies. We had these friends. Sleeping on a floor is not that bad. And we've been through a couple different situations, and now we're in a lovely little home that we're renting. But I'll tell you, it's not inexpensive. And to feed your family good food, we're pretty crunchy, and we like the vegetables, and they've gotten more expensive. So we found out several things throughout my process. I don't know how much of my story you really want me to share today, but going through everything that we had gone through, it was a constant eye opener of what was going on through our marriage that I never knew about. And the support just wasn't there. And I don't qualify for cash assistance and several supplemental programs because my child support, which is very minimal, is still not is still too much. So yes, there needs to be an incentive for women to stay at home because I have one of my youngest is 2. And so going to work a part-time job or 2 part-time jobs, sucking it up, throwing the kids in school, first of all, it's not at all what I want to do or what I feel God wants me to do.